These are the top 5 reasons to cancel your TV licence. Number 5, BBC bias. Now, the BBC like to think that they are the most trusted news network of them all, and when something big happens in the country, people tune in to BBC News over every other station to try and find out the truth of what's going on. And sadly, that is the truth. People do that. Here's a clip from one of my previous videos on why the TV licence won't be cancelled. A few years ago, there was a petition to cancel the TV licence that got to 100,000 signatures. And because of that, it got debated in a back room in Parliament. It's an interesting clip. Take a look.
But there is another important point about the licence fee, I think, and that is that it helps preserve BBC independence. It protects it, most of the time at least, from political interference. And even in a time when trust in institutions is declining, it is still the most trusted news provider. When I'm watching BBC News, they are trying to get to the truth, however imperfect.
So as you can see, that is what people think, but they are the most biased news network of them all, and people are waking up to it. There's so many articles, there's so many complaints now about bias from the BBC, from Brexit through to the recent migrant thing, even crazy stuff like in 9/11. Do you remember that clip that there was the reporter on BBC News saying that Tower 7 had fallen, and you could see the bloody thing over her shoulder? So BBC bias is reason number 5 why people are cancelling their TV licence. Reason number 4, how they deal with our money. Now, we've all seen the news reports recently about how much these BBC presenters are earning and the crazy salaries they get. Now, the poster child for this now is Gary Lineker. He was in the news. What was he earning? 1.75 million for talking about football on a sofa with his mates. Crazy. And also, he had a clause in his BBC contract that allowed him to fuck off and do the Walker's Crisps adverts. And a few BBC presenters have come out publicly and said they wouldn't mind a deal like that, but the BBC expressly forbid it. So how did he get away with that? I don't understand. But it's our money they're spending. So they should be the most responsible people in the world with it, surely. What about the 100 million they're putting aside for diversity and inclusion? I don't understand how they're going to spend 100 million quid on diversity. You know, if you're hiring for an actor or even just an admin assistant, how does it cost more to hire someone from a diverse background as it does to hire a white bloke like me? It costs the same amount of money, doesn't it? Surely. Where's the 100 million going? They're not responsible at all with our money, and that's why that's reason number 4. In at number 3, it's 70s entertainers. Now, I have to use the term 70s entertainers. You all know I want to use a word starting with a P. I know I want to use a word starting with a P, but if I use that word that starts with a P, then YouTube will not show this video to anybody. So I'm just going to use the term 70s entertainers. Now, many people who have commented on my videos as to why they cancelled their TV licence have used the reason of 70s entertainers, and I 100% get it. You know, the BBC did know. There's tons of evidence, and there's tons of people who have come forward and said the BBC did know all about it. It was covered up, they did nothing, and the abuse continued. And that's why this is reason number 3, and it's a bloody good reason to not want to fund the BBC with your own money. Reason number 2 is how they're treating our old age pensioners. Now, this is the latest of the bad press that the BBC are getting about the TV licence, and it's brought so many new people into this fight. Defund the BBC have really jumped on this and are really fighting the fight, and it's brought loads of new people in to support cancelling the TV licence, and it's a good thing because the BBC should be bloody ashamed of themselves. Now, it doesn't matter if the OAPs can afford to pay for the TV licence or not. It makes no difference. When these people were growing up, there was only a few channels, so they've obviously supported the BBC through their entire lives. God knows how many TV licences they've paid for over the years, and how does the BBC reward them for all their support? They shit all over them, and it is not acceptable. For many OAPs, the TV could be the only other human voice they hear all day in their house, you know. They put the telly on and it talks to them and it keeps them company. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, many RAPs can't be asked with mucking about, cancelling the TV licence and only watching stuff off streaming services and stuff like that. They just don't want to be interested in it. They just want to put the telly on and be kept company. And the BBC should be absolutely bloody ashamed of themselves. And that's why this is reason number 2. And number 1, because it feels like it's forced upon us. Now, this is the reason I personally choose not to pay the TV licence. You know, I've always said that if you like the BBC, you watch the BBC stuff or you use the BBC services, then you should pay for it. That's fair. I, for one, I like Netflix. I use Netflix a lot and I'm very, very happy to pay for it. But if one day I chose I didn't want to use Netflix anymore, I could log into my account. Within a couple of clicks, it's all over. Now, I won't have access to the service anymore, but they also won't be charging me for the service anymore. It's 2020. Being made to pay for something that you may not use is ridiculous. But people are really happy to pay for stuff they use. I mean, I've got friends who've got so many bloody subscription services, you know. They have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple Music, Audible for audiobooks, for Christ's sake. One of them even subscribes to a Razor subscription. He pays a monthly fee and he gets razors in the post. Madness. It's 2020. People are prepared to pay. And that's what I hope this BritBox thing is that the BBC are doing. I hope it's their first toe in the water into the subscription method. And that as technology moves forward, this is how the BBC will go. Because the licence fee is just very old-fashioned. People are prepared to pay for what they use. They don't feel it's fair to be charged for something they don't use. What's wrong with that? And that's reason number 1. Have you cancelled your TV licence? What was the reason that made you choose to cancel? Or are you thinking of cancelling your TV licence? If so, what's the reason you're thinking about it? Please leave a comment below letting me know and letting other people who watch this video know. It might help them with their decision. And I will see you in a video again soon. Thank you for watching.